All right, so I'm going to answer this boy here. I told him I would. Nathaniel. All right. All right, here's what the boy says. We're talking about Romans 8:7. Again. Notice it doesn't say that we cannot change our mind. So, boy, I don't go by what it doesn't say. I go by what it says. That's what you need it to say. No, I don't need it to say anything. I just believe what it says. I don't need it to say anything. It doesn't say that. No, it doesn't say that. I'm going to show you what it says. The Bible says, here's your mistake, kid. Here's your mistake. Right here. The Bible says the mind's set, and he separates the word set, capitalizes. Like set down. Set on the flesh is not what is able to submit to the law of God. Well, that's right, boy. If it's set there, it can't. But it doesn't set itself there. I'm going to show you in the Greek in just a second. See, here's your mistake. Now, the rest of this, you're just not. That's not the same as our ability to change our mind and set it on something else. Well, that's just assumed. You just assumed that right there. Well, that's not in the verse either. We got this ability. We can just set it on something else. Goofball. Look at here. All right, dotai, because the phronomia, I don't care how you say it. It's where it's the word for the thinking of the mind. Just look it up. It's what it is. It's how the mind thinks. The mindset, not the mindset like titheme. That's the Greek word titheme, which means to place. There's no Greek word titheme here. If there was, then you'd be right. But it's not. This is one word. It'd be like one word, mindset. Not the mindset that it set itself. It's mindset, like how the mind thinks. The thinking, the sarkos. Sarks. Because the thinking, the flesh. The thinking of the flesh. How the mind of the flesh thinks. Kid, how does the mind of the flesh think? How does it think? Not how is it set itself to think by itself. It is how it is, how it thinks. How does it think? Enemy. For the mind, for the thinking of the flesh, enemy into God. Ekthra haste theon. Enemy into God. That's how it thinks. That's how it thinks. That's the thinking of the mind of the flesh, is an enemy to God. For the law, the nomos, gar, to, nomos, the law, the God, the law, the God, the law of God, ook, not, boy, pay attention, the law of God, not hypostasia. Hypostasia, boy, is a Greek word, the construction of hupo, which means under, and stasia or stasis means to stand. It's where we get the word cross, staros. It means stand like on a firm foundation, or literally translate understand. Not understand the law of God. Not stand on a firm foundation. It is not set on a firm foundation. You want to put set in there. It's not set. The thinking of the flesh is an enemy of God. For the law of God not understands, not sets itself on. Not. Now pay attention, boy. For indeed cannot, dunatai, doesn't have the power to. Well, you could just change your mind and sit on something else. Boy, it says it doesn't have the power to. The mind of the flesh is an enemy. It is not set on a firm foundation, nor does it have the power to. Let me repeat that. Nor does it have the power to. That's dunamis, where we get the word dynamite. The power, the ability. The thinking of the mind is an enemy of God. It cannot set itself on a firm foundation. It doesn't have the power to. It cannot submit itself to the law of God. It does not have the power to. Boy, you're ignorant. You're just plain ignorant.